This is Jonesy from Jonesy TV coming at you with a review for Preacher Season 1, Episode 5, The South Will Rise Again. This episode was great. I liked it in a lot of ways. People may criticize it for not being, a lot of the storylines not being connected, but the thing about Preacher is the storylines don't get connected until later because they want you to keep watching to try to figure out things on your own. And trust me, if you watch through the whole season, what you think is going to happen next won't happen next, and what you absolutely did not expect will happen. And that's the great thing about Preacher. It's unpredictable, it's interesting, and it keeps you going, and it's hilarious at the same time. Eugene has some scenes in this episode as thugs write horrible message on his wall, and his dad says things to him that are awful, and he feels really bad, so he goes to Jesse about it, and Jesse basically tells the mom who's causing all the problems for him to stop, and since he has the power of Genesis, he does, and that makes him feel good. And makes Eugene feel good for a few moments, at least, in this episode, so that's great. Odin, of course, Jesse told him to serve God, but Odin takes that the wrong way, and he basically kills all the people who were going to sign the deal with him for the meat factory, and I thought that was a hilarious moment, because Seth Rogen put it in there. Seth Rogen's got a very dark sense of humor, and he put it in there, and it was just hilarious when he pulled out a shotgun randomly and started shooting everybody. And the mayor's reaction was hilarious, so that was pretty great. I loved the flashbacks continue to be interesting with the Saint of Killers. Of course, they're not connected to the main story yet, but you just gotta wait for that. And people who say that that's a downside of the show are really dumb, I have to say, because that's one of the cool things about Preacher. I feel like too many shows connect everything too quickly, and Preacher does a great job with that. Tulip, it's shown her in this episode. She's figured out about Cassidy and how he's a vampire. In the previous episode, I forgot to mention that in the last review, but so she sort of gets with Cassidy just to make Jesse jealous, and it doesn't really work out, and she's sort of jealous of Jesse and his new attitude towards life and new attitude towards everything. So it's interesting to see how that plays out, and the redemption arc really comes into play this season. So The South Will Rise Again had a lot of great things. Of course, Fior and DeBlanc didn't answer Heaven's phone, and that'll come into play later. We'll see what their agenda is, why they're there, and what they're doing. And like I said, I'm fine with not knowing that at this point. And of course, I've watched the season ahead, but when I was watching it for the first time, I was fine without knowing that because all the different storylines were very interesting. So I hope you enjoy this review. I hope you enjoyed this episode whenever you watched it, because The South Will Rise Again was one of Preacher's best episodes. I would give it about a 8.7. No, let's give it a 9.0. A 9.0, because this episode was fantastic. I'd give The South Will Rise Again, Preacher Season 1, Episode 5, a 9.0 out of 10. Because I really enjoyed all the different plot lines, even though they weren't quite connected yet, and that's not a big deal for me. So I hope you've enjoyed this review. This has been Jonesy from Jonesy TV coming at you with it. Remember to like and subscribe if you like this review, and check out my other reviews and gaming videos. So this is Jonesy signing off.